Here's a chronological list of composers, starting from the earliest periods, that we encourage all aspiring composers to study in as much detail. Anonymous composers of Gregorian Chant, 9th, 11th centuries. Gregorian Chant, also known as plain chant or plain song, was the dominant form of liturgical music in the medieval Western Church. Most chants from this period were anonymously composed and passed down through oral tradition before being notated. Notker Balbulus, about 840–912, also known as Notker the Stammerer, he was a monk at the Abbey of St. Gall in Switzerland, and is credited with composing sequences, which are poetic texts set to music and often used in liturgical services. Notker the German, about 840–912, another monk from the Abbey of St. Gall, Notker was a poet and musician who composed both Latin and Old High German texts, including sequences and hymns. Hucbald of Saint-Amand, about 840–930, a Frankish Benedictine monk and music theorist, Hucbald contributed to the development of early music notation and wrote treatises on music theory, including the De Harmonica Institutione. Tutilo of St. Gall, about 850–915, a Benedictine monk and composer associated with the Abbey of St. Gall in Switzerland. He's known for his contributions to liturgical music, including sequences and tropes. Hildegard von Bingen, 1098–1179, a German abbess, writer, composer, and mystic, known for her sacred monophonic compositions. Guillaume de Machaut, about 1300–1377, a French composer and poet of the late medieval period, notable for his secular and sacred music. Guillaume de Machaut, about 1397–1474, a Franco-Flemish composer of the Renaissance known for his sacred music, including masses, motets, and chansons. Josquin des Prés, about 1450–1521, a Franco-Flemish composer of the Renaissance, regarded as one of the most influential composers of his time, known for his motets, masses, and chansons. Thomas Tallis, about 1505–1585, an English Renaissance composer known for his sacred choral music, including masses, motets, and Anglican liturgical music, as well as consort music. Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, about 1525–1594, an Italian Renaissance composer, known for his polyphonic sacred music, particularly masses and motets. Orlando di Lasso, 1532–1594, a Franco-Flemish composer of the Renaissance known for his vast output of sacred and secular vocal music, including masses, motets, madrigals, and chansons. William Byrd, about 1540–1623, an English Renaissance composer known for his sacred and secular vocal music, including masses, motets, and consort songs, as well as keyboard works. Tomás Luis de Victoria, about 1548–1611, a Spanish Renaissance composer known for his sacred music, particularly masses, motets, and hymns, which reflect the spirituality and emotional intensity of the Counter-Reformation. Giovanni Gabrieli, about 1554–1612, an Italian composer and organist known for his innovative use of multiple choirs and spatial effects in his sacred music, particularly his compositions for St. Mark's Basilica in Venice. Jan Peter Zoon-Sweelinck, 1562–1621, a Dutch composer and organist known as the Orpheus of Amsterdam, celebrated for his keyboard works, choral music, and compositions for the organ. John Dowland, 1563–1626, an English Renaissance composer and lutenist known for his melancholic songs and lute music, including Flow My Tears and Come Again Sweet Love. Carlo Gesualdo, 1566–1613, an Italian composer known for his highly expressive and chromatic madrigals, characterized by their intense emotions and harmonic daring. Claudio Monteverdi, 1567–1643, an Italian composer who bridged the late Renaissance and early Baroque periods, renowned for his operas and sacred music. Heinrich Schütz, 1585–1672, a German composer known as the most important German composer before Johann Sebastian Bach, celebrated for his sacred vocal music, including Musicalicia Exequian and Symphoniae Sacrae. Johann Pachelbel, 1653–1706, a German composer known for his organ works, particularly the famous Canon in D and sacred vocal music. Arcangelo Corelli, 1653 to 1713, an Italian Baroque composer known for his instrumental compositions, particularly his contributions to the development of the Concerto Grosso. Henry Purcell, 1659 to 1695, an English composer of the Baroque era, renowned for his dramatic works, including operas, incidental music, and sacred music. Tommaso Albinoni, 1671 to 1751, an Italian Baroque composer renowned for his instrumental music, including concertos and sinfonias. Antonio Vivaldi, 1678 to 1741, an Italian Baroque composer famous for his concertos, particularly the Four Seasons, as well as operas and sacred choral works. Georg Philipp Telemann, 1681 to 1767, a German Baroque composer known for his prolific output, including operas, cantatas, orchestral suites, and chamber music. Jean-Philippe Rameau, 1683 to 1764, a French composer and music theorist known for his operas, ballets, and contributions to harmony and music theory. Johann Sebastian Bach, 1685 to 1750, a German composer of the Baroque era, celebrated for his keyboard compositions, cantatas, and other sacred works. George Friedrich Handel, 1685 to 1759, a German-British composer of the Baroque era, famous for his operas, oratorios, and instrumental music. Giovanni Battista Pergolesi, 1710 to 1736, an Italian composer known for his operas, particularly La Serva Padrona, and sacred vocal music, including the famous Stabat Mater. Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach, 1714 to 1788, a German composer and son of Johann Sebastian Bach, notable for his keyboard sonatas, concertos, and symphonies, contributing significantly to the transition between the Baroque and classical eras. Franz Joseph Haydn, 1732 to 1809, an Austrian composer known as the father of the symphony and the father of the string quartet, who played a pivotal role in the development of classical music forms. Luigi Boccherini, 1743 to 1805, an Italian composer known for his chamber music, particularly string quintets, as well as symphonies, concertos, and guitar music. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756 to 1791, an Austrian composer of the classical era, known for his operas, symphonies, chamber music, and piano works. Ludwig van Beethoven, 1770 to 1827, a German composer and pianist of the classical and romantic eras, renowned for his symphonies, piano sonatas, and chamber music. Johann Nepomuk Hummel, 1778 to 1837, an Austrian composer and virtuoso pianist known for his compositions for piano, chamber music, and concertos, including his trumpet concerto and piano concertos. Karl Maria von Weber, 1786 to 1826, a German composer known for his operas, particularly Der Freischütz, which helped establish German Romantic opera. Franz Schubert, 1797 to 1828, an Austrian composer of the early Romantic period, acclaimed for his Lieder, art songs, symphonies, and chamber music. Hector Berlioz, 1803 to 1869, a French composer known for his innovative orchestration and programmatic symphonies such as the Symphonie Fantastique. Felix Mendelssohn, 1809 to 1847, a German composer known for his symphonies, concertos, chamber music, and oratorios, including Elijah. Frédéric Chopin, 1810 to 1849, a Polish composer and virtuoso pianist of the Romantic era, celebrated for his piano compositions. Franz Liszt, 1811 to 1886, a Hungarian composer, virtuoso pianist, and conductor, known for his innovative piano compositions and symphonic poems. Richard Wagner, 1813 to 1883, a German composer known for his operas, which include The Ring Cycle and Tristan und Isolde, and for his contributions to music theory. Charles Valentin Alcan, 1813 to 1888, a French composer and virtuoso pianist known for his complex and demanding piano works, including his etudes in all the minor keys and the symphony for solo piano. Giuseppe Verdi, 1813 to 1901, An Italian composer primarily known for his operas, including La Traviata, Rigoletto, and Aida, which are staples of the operatic repertoire. Niels Gade, 1817 to 1890, a Danish composer and conductor known for his symphonies, overtures, and chamber music, contributing to the Romantic nationalist movement in Denmark. Charles Gounod, 1818 to 1893, a French composer known for his operas, including Faust and Romeo et Juliet, as well as sacred music, such as his Saint Cecilia Mass. Bedřich Smetana, 1824 to 1884, a Czech composer known as the father of Czech music, famous for his symphonic poem Má vlast, My Homeland, and operas like The Bartered Bride. Anton Bruckner, 1824 to 1896, an Austrian composer known for his monumental symphonies, characterized by their expansive structures, rich harmonies, and powerful brass writing. Johann Strauss II, 1825 to 1899, an Austrian composer known as the Waltz King, famous for his Viennese waltzes and operettas, including Die Fledermaus. Alexander Borodin, 1833 to 1887, a Russian composer known for his symphonies, string quartets, and the opera Prince Igor, as well as his contributions to chemistry as a scientist. Johannes Brahms, 1833 to 1897, a German composer of the Romantic era recognized for his symphonies, chamber music, and choral compositions. Camille Saint-Saëns, 1835 to 1921, a French composer renowned for his symphonies, concertos, especially for piano and violin, and the opera Samson and Delilah. Max Bruch, 1838 to 1920, a German composer known for his violin concertos, particularly the first violin concerto in G minor, as well as choral works and chamber music. Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, 1840 to 1893, a Russian composer of the late Romantic period, famed for his ballets, Swan Lake, The Nutcracker, symphonies and concertos. Antonín Dvořák, 1841 to 1904, a Czech composer celebrated for his symphonies, chamber music, and operas, with a strong influence of Bohemian folk music. Edvard Grieg, 1843 to 1907, a Norwegian composer known for his nationalist works, including the Peer Gynt suites and piano concerto, which incorporate Norwegian folk melodies. Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, 1844 to 1908, a Russian composer and member of the Mighty Five, known for his orchestral works, operas, and colorful compositions inspired by Russian folktales and legends. Gabriel Fauré, 1845 to 1924, a French composer known for his refined and lyrical compositions, including art songs, chamber music, and his Requiem. Leos Janáček, 1854 to 1928, a Czech composer known for his operas including Janufa and The Cunning Little Vixen, as well as his chamber music and orchestral works. Edward Elgar, 1857 to 1934, an English composer known for his orchestral works, including the Enigma Variations, the Pomp and Circumstance Marches, and the Oratorio, The Dream of Gerontius. Giacomo Puccini, 1858 to 1924, an Italian composer known for his operas, including La Bohème, Tosca, and Madama Butterfly, which are cornerstones of the operatic repertoire. Gustav Mahler, 1860 to 1911, an Austrian composer and conductor whose symphonies are among the most important works of the late Romantic period. Claude Debussy, 1862 to 1918, a French composer associated with Impressionism in music, known for his orchestral works, piano music, and opera. Frederick Delius, 1862 to 1934, an English composer known for his lush and evocative orchestral tone poems and operas, inspired by nature and his experiences in America and Europe. Richard Strauss, 1864 to 1949, a German composer of the late Romantic and early modern eras, renowned for his operas, symphonic poems, and tone poems. Carl Nielsen, 1865 to 1931, a Danish composer known for his symphonies, chamber music, and operas, celebrated for their inventive use of harmony and rhythm. Alexander Glazunov, 1865 to 1936, a Russian composer known for his symphonies, ballets, and concertos, influenced by the Russian nationalist tradition and late Romanticism. Jean Sibelius, 1865–1957, a Finnish composer who played a crucial role in the development of Finnish music, particularly known for his symphonies and tone poems. Erik Satie, 1866–1925, a French composer and pianist known for his eccentric and avant-garde music, including the Gymnopédies and Gnossiennes for piano, as well as his collaborations with the Parisian avant-garde. Alexander Scriabin, 1872–1915, a Russian composer known for his innovative harmonic language and mystical works, including symphonies, piano sonatas, and the orchestral work, The Poem of Ecstasy. Ralph Vaughan Williams, 1872–1958, an English composer associated with the English pastoral style, known for his symphonies, choral works, and film scores, such as The Lark Ascending and Fantasia on a Theme by Thomas Tallis. Sergei Rachmaninoff, 1873–1943, a Russian composer, pianist, and conductor known for his lush, romantic compositions, including piano concertos, symphonies, and choral works like The Vespers. Franz Schmidt, 1874–1939, an Austrian composer known for his symphonies, chamber music, and operas, blending elements of late Romanticism and early modernism. Arnold Schoenberg, 1874–1951, an Austrian composer known for his innovations in atonal and 12-tone music, as well as his teaching influence on the Second Viennese School. Charles Ives, 1874–1954, an American composer known for his experimental and avant-garde music, incorporating elements of American folk tunes, hymns, and popular songs into his compositions. Maurice Ravel, 1875–1937, a French composer known for his exquisite orchestration and impressionistic style, famous for works like Bolero, Daphnis et Chloe, and Pavane pour une infante defunte. Manuel de Falla, 1876–1946, a Spanish composer known for his nationalist works, incorporating Spanish folk melodies and rhythms into his compositions, such as the ballet The Three-Cornered Hat and the opera La Vida Breve. Ottorino Respighi, 1879–1936, an Italian composer known for his orchestral tone poems, such as The Pines of Rome, The Fountains of Rome, and Roman Festivals, which evoke the sights and sounds of his native city. Bela Bartok, 1881–1945, a Hungarian composer and ethnomusicologist known for integrating elements of folk music into his compositions, such as the Concerto for Orchestra and Microcosmos for piano. Igor Stravinsky, 1882–1971, a Russian-born composer who became one of the most influential figures in 20th century music, notable for his ballets, The Rite of Spring, symphonies, and neoclassical compositions. Sergei Prokofiev, 1891–1953, a Russian composer known for his diverse output, including ballets, Romeo and Juliet, operas, symphonies, and piano works. Karl Orff, 1895–1982, a German composer known for his cantata Carmina Burana, based on medieval poems as well as his educational music for children such as Schulwerk. Howard Hanson, 1896–1981, an American composer, conductor, and educator known for his symphonies, choral works, and operas, blending Romanticism with American folk and jazz influences. George Gershwin, 1898–1937, an American composer known for his fusion of classical music with jazz and popular styles, creating iconic works like Rhapsody in Blue, An American in Paris, and the opera Porgy and Bess. Francis Poulenc, 1899–1963, a French composer known for his colorful and emotionally expressive music, including choral works, operas, and piano compositions. Aaron Copland, 1900–1990, an American composer known for his distinctively American style, incorporating elements of jazz and folk music into his compositions, such as Appalachian Spring and Fanfare for the Common Man. William Walton, 1902–1983, an English composer known for his orchestral works, including symphonies, concertos, and film scores, for example, Henry V and Richard III. Aram Khachaturian, 1903–1978, a Soviet-Armenian composer known for his ballets including Gayan and Spartacus, as well as symphonies, concertos, and film scores. Dmitry Kovalevsky, 1904 to 1987, a Soviet composer known for his accessible and tuneful compositions, including symphonies, concertos, and piano works, as well as music for children. Dmitry Shostakovich, 1906 to 1975, a Soviet composer who navigated the complexities of living under Stalin's regime, famous for his symphonies, chamber music, and film scores. Olivier Messiaen, 1908 to 1992, a French composer known for his innovative use of rhythm, harmony, and color in works such as the organ piece, Livre d'Orgue, and the quartet for the End of Time. Benjamin Britten, 1913 to 1976, an English composer known for his operas, vocal music, and orchestral compositions, including the War Requiem and Peter Grimes. Alberto Ginastera, 1916 to 1983, an Argentine composer known for his nationalist works, incorporating Argentine folk music and rhythms into his compositions, such as the ballet Estancia and the opera Don Rodrigo. John Adams, born 1947, an American composer known for his minimalist compositions, as well as his operas, including Nixon in China and Dr. Atomic.